Hey guys, how's it going? Just want to do a real quick review of Roku. We have a Roku 2. As you can see, it's right there. Roku 2. Let's see if it focuses. Yep. That's the little appliance that we have. And if you're not familiar with Roku, what it is basically it allows you to watch online stuff on your TV here. And it's basically it's allowed us to get rid of cable. We had, for years, kind of been getting tired of what we were seeing on cable TV. We weren't very happy with what we were seeing on TV. Even when you pay a lot of money, not just basic cable, but when you pay plenty of money, you end up realizing that a lot of what you're watching, you either already have on DVD or you could watch somewhere else. And in our case, we use Netflix a lot, we use YouTube a lot, and we use it through this Roku. Before we used to we had a Wii. The Wii also works with Netflix, and I think it may work with YouTube as well. But the Roku has been wonderful. It's so convenient, makes things so much easier when you're actually going to watch TV, and you want it to be a regular experience. You don't want it to be cumbersome or anything. This is very, very much like watching a regular TV. So here, I've got it there set to audio input for that TV. I'm sorry, for the Roku. I could switch it here, obviously, to regular TV and all that. Yep. But I'm watching Roku in AV, and it's got the regular connections back here also. Let me show you that. See that audio-video connections, and it's wireless. So that's one thing I need to mention is you need internet connectivity. There's my router, but this is connected wirelessly, so I could have actually, and I do have this in another room. I have another Roku in in our living room, in our den, I should say, and that's maybe 100 feet away or further, and it works like a champ. It connects wirelessly to our router. Let me show you what Roku has got. So you've got a lot of channels. Let's see here if I could maneuver. You've got a lot of channels. We've got YouTube. That's kind of the big one of the big ones that we watch. The biggest one that we watch is Netflix. There it is, Netflix. And that one is actually built into the remote control. There's a button there, Netflix. We pay for Netflix, we pay something like $7 a month. And you get unlimited viewing and a bunch of really good TV shows and movies. And, some of these are, obviously it's not all the great movies that you want to watch, but it is some of the great movies that you want to watch. And it's so many movies, in fact, that I have a huge list of movies that I just never get around to watching because there isn't enough time. And, movies either that I've seen before or that I know are good and that I want to watch. So a lot of them are older movies maybe that not that many people are watching anymore, like Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. You see it right there. But there's a lot of TV shows. Let me show you through our list what we've got. Just the things I've selected that I either currently watching or interested in watching again or watching for the first time. Documentaries, The Life of Mammals, The Others, Frasier. That's a wonderful TV show that we watch, and you've got all of the seasons basically. Here I'm showing you how I select the seasons there, or select a different episode. And my connection's a little slow, so you see all those different episodes that I could select. It's basically all 10 or 11 seasons, however many there were in Frasier, I'm not sure. Click play. I want to show you what the video looks like. It's no different than watching your DVD. It's HD pretty much. It's been wonderful. I gotta say that Roku, the one we have is the Roku 2, and I don't want to leave it playing. I don't want somebody to ding me on YouTube and say that I'm posting up copyrighted material. But anyway, as I was saying, the Roku 2 is what we have. You can either buy the Roku 1, the Roku 2, and the Roku 3. I'm used to buying stuff in the middle, because that's really the one that has the features we want, and it's not the lowest one with the least amount of features, nor is it the highest one with the bells and whistles that I probably wouldn't care to have. But either way, they're all pretty inexpensive. I think the Roku one was $59.99, the Roku 2 is $69.99, and the Roku 3 is $79.99. So any which way you put it, if you buy this appliance and use it, as long as you have internet already, then you could pretty much get rid of cable and stop paying, hundreds of dollars a month. Because sometimes it goes from, you start at $59.99 for a promotional fee, and before you know it, you're up at $120 or sometimes even higher. It's really insane. So here you could watch so many things, Rules of Engagement, older movies too, movies that you might want to watch with your girlfriend or your wife, kind of romantic, Turner Classic Movies type of movies, stand-up comedians, things for the kids. There's so much to watch. I mean, I find myself, I could spend, if I had like a summer vacation off or something like that, I would probably, I don't know, my eyes would pop out from watching movies. Hardball, these are all movies that for the most part are good movies. Some of them are movies you've never heard of, really obscure. Sometimes you end up finding an obscure movie that is really good that you were just never aware of. Sometimes they're just, there's some that are brand new and really good, like The Wolf of Wall Street, that's on here. And I know that there's others on here that are pretty new and really good. It's just not coming in. Switch, that one's relatively new, 2010. Clueless, you saw that there. Trading Places. Jesus of Nazareth, that one's always good for the holidays especially. A Night in Old Mexico, 2014, relatively new. The Wolf of Wall Street, 2013, relatively new. Anchorman, 2014, relatively new. These are all really good stuff. And most importantly, here's an example. We watch so many kids shows that we could watch on Netflix. Anyway, now I'm selling Netflix. It sounds like I'm selling Netflix, but just trust me, for $7 a month, it's worth it. Even if there's plenty that you don't like, whatever it is out of it that you do like is more than enough to keep you entertained for weeks or months or years without end. Let me put you back on the regular Roku menu here. See, so these are the channels that I've selected. Hulu, Amazon Instant Video. Amazon Instant Video, as you can see, and here too, MGO and Blockbuster. Those are premium services that you could, for the most part, rent movies online from. I've seen movies on MGO. I think I may have seen some on Amazon. It's a good deal. Usually the convenience of not having to go somewhere to pick it up and return it and get late fees and stuff like that. But what we always watch, and see, free. These are free channels. Like this KSAT is a San Antonio channel. PBS Kids, that's a great example. Obviously, you probably already have PBS on one of your channels, but sometimes by the time you get home or your kids want to watch them, it's too late. You'd have to have recorded it to watch it. So you've got the full episodes here. Daniel Tiger, I just selected Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. 22 and a half minute episode. It's basically the full episode, but it doesn't have any commercials. None of this stuff has commercials. Neither does Netflix. I should have mentioned that probably earlier. So that's one of the benefits as well. Not only can you stop, rewind, start over, watch a million times if you want to, watch it in reverse if you want to, who cares? It also has no commercials, which helps a lot. Look, there's Thomas and Friends. My son loves that. Sesame Street, wonderful stuff. That's PBS Kids. Then there's also regular PBS. I know I've seen that here, PBS, regular PBS. Here you've got a lot of stuff that some of it you have to have like a membership to. It's probably some kind of service that you pay. And then some of it is featured videos, for example, just full episodes of stuff that you would normally watch on PBS. There's a documentary right there, Big Blue Live. I've never heard of it, but I'm sure it's good. And then featured programs. This here is wonderful because you've got channels like American Masters, American Experience, Antiques Roadshow, which a lot of people love. Just, stuff that you can watch seriously, if I had more time, I mean, it's kind of sad, I should probably be reading books, but instead of reading books, I'd probably be spending my days just on Roku watching all sorts of things and till my eyes popped out. But there's a regular episode right there. Look, I just selected the first one. Just kind of want you to get a feel for what it's like when you select it. And by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned the remote control. The remote control for the Roku is very handy, very intuitive. Backspace, navigation, okay, stuff like that. It's got volume control on the side. On the other side, you've got headset, which is wonderful because I use it all the time when my wife goes to sleep and this is the TV in the bedroom. Then I'm able to watch TV comfortably at a good volume with my headset on, and it doesn't bother her at all. So anyway, okay, that's, I don't want to, there you go, Antiques Roadshow is about to start, but I don't want it to actually start because I don't want somebody to claim that I'm posting copyrighted material online. Anyway, back again to the menu, the regular Roku menu. Here you've got more and more channels. Daily Motion, I'm sure you've heard of that too. There's a lot of online stuff you could watch and it's free. Disney, I believe, also has a lot of free stuff. Pandora, free stuff. Happy Kids. Most of this stuff that I've gone into and spent time looking into it is either entirely free or it has like a paid service and some featured free stuff that you get to watch. And you know, you could spend years just watching all this stuff. And these are just the channels I've selected. If you go down here, streaming channels, if you see I'm trying to get there, but there you go, streaming channels, I get to choose more channels. Most popular, there you go, Google Play, Showtime, CNET, that's featured, but most popular is over here, and then it's all organized. It's good stuff. So let me show you real quick. I just showed you what I watch on Netflix, what we watch on Netflix. Now let me show you what YouTube looks like, because that's really the second place that we spend most of our time as far as TV, because YouTube has all sorts of uploads. It's either content that some really creative people have posted online, content that they want you to watch. Obviously, just like this video that I created. Other people create their own. Sometimes they tell stories, stuff like that. Or sometimes it's stuff like music videos on Vivo that's connected to YouTube, or even sometimes old episodes of the Golden Girls, or they just keep going and going, the stuff that's up there. Now let me show you what YouTube looks like, because that's really the second place that we spend most of our time as far as TV, because YouTube has all sorts of uploads. It's either content that some really creative people have posted online, content that they want you to watch. Obviously, just like this video that I created. Other people create their own. Sometimes they tell stories, stuff like that. Or sometimes it's stuff like music videos on Vivo that's connected to YouTube, or even sometimes old episodes of the Golden Girls, or they just keep going and going, the stuff that's up there. Sometimes you even find movies. I think usually they try to take the movies down because for the most part there are copyright infringement issues. But there is just so much stuff that you could watch. You have some Disney cartoons that people seem to be happy with, Donald Duck and stuff like that you can watch. So anyway, here we go, real quick. Oh, and then this has got, no, I don't want to cancel. I did that. I don't want to exit. That was my mistake. I want to show you real quick. It's the search functionality. So this is YouTube TV, and it's pretty much the same thing as regular YouTube online. So you can watch any video that you would watch on YouTube online, you would watch it here. But you've got the convenience of the look and feel of a regular television. And the connection's usually great too. So anyway, but okay, enough about that. Let me go back. Let me just show you. These are shows that my son watches, so that's why there's like a lot of kid stuff. But I just want to show you so that you get the full experience. I just selected any video, and I'm pressing play. Might take a little while because my connection is probably a little slow. Got a lot of stuff connected to that router, and really I need to figure out why it's so slow. I may need to call my service provider. it starts slowing down a little bit, even though I'm paying for the premium package for that. But never mind me paying for that premium package. My parents have like the lowest package you can get. I forget how much bandwidth it is, but it's pretty low bandwidth. I think it's like 2 megabits, if I'm not mistaken. And they watch Netflix all the time. And YouTube too. I've watched it at their house without any problems. So anyway, okay. I don't want to get dinged, so let me exit out. I'm just kind of showing you guys what they have there. That's a good video, by the way. Okay, so now let me just take you back briefly to the Roku menu. Okay, so again, NBA game time, stuff like that, you probably have to pay for a membership. I haven't really gone into all these channels. I just don't have the time. There's so many channels out there. And then let me take you real quick through what you would rent if you were going to, for instance, rent a movie. Movie store, MGO. There you go. And you pay something like $3.99 or $4.99, and you watch some of the newer movies. And then the advantage is you don't have to return them, and you've got something like 48 hours to watch them. In some cases, more than that. Sometimes it's, I think on one occasion it was like the full month or until the end of the month that I was able to watch the movie over and over again. But I'm not even sure. That may have been Amazon Instant Video. It was either Amazon or MGO. I can't remember which one. But anyway, the important thing is usually you have at least 48 hours and you get to rewatch it. Some of these though, I've noticed they don't do a lot of, they don't really rent them. Some of them you either buy them. You really only have the option to buy them. Others you have the option to rent or buy. Let me see if Home there, you could rent that for $4.99 and watch it. And you could probably get that somewhere else cheaper, but the convenience of being able to watch it here, you don't have to leave the house, all of that, not having to return it, blah, 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 blah. I could keep going on and on. Anyway, so, okay, I feel like I've shown you given you a pretty good idea of what Roku is. And what I've used it for. Look at that, 50 Shades of Grey. Maybe something you wouldn't want to rent at the actual store because you're embarrassed or whatever. I don't know why you would be, but if you are, and then you could just watch it here. Wonderful. Anyway, what else can I show you off of the Roku? I think that's most of what I use it for. I've shown you YouTube. I've shown you Netflix, which I highly recommend. $7 a month for pretty much unlimited streaming. And you can also get the DVD service where you get to check out movies online and have them delivered to your house in DVD form. You could use 2 or 3 at a time usually. That is something like $17 or $18. That's a little more expensive. I have that. I like it, but it's not for everybody. Definitely the Netflix streaming, I think, should be for everybody because it's so inexpensive. And it's so easy to watch the stuff you want that you just get rid of cable and stop paying $150 a month. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on that. Just browse you real quick through these. But that's pretty much all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did. Please subscribe. I'm going to try to do a little bit more reviews. I do reviews of different stuff. Right now I'm kind of just got my feelers out there to see what makes sense to do a review about. But I thought this one definitely makes sense, and I highly recommend getting the Roku 2 or maybe Roku 3. Any of the Rokus I'm sure would be fine. But we've got the Roku 2 and we're more than happy with it. And also get Netflix if you don't already have it. But obviously make sure you have wireless internet or at least internet service because you're going to need that to use these services to watch these things. All right. Thanks again.